Okay, this is the cable pulled tram here in one of the stations. The track is fairly long, has a few curves. You can see the cable is a complete loop, goes on top and then returns on the bottom, and there's pulleys that guide it around the corners. You come over here to the other station, which is currently empty. You have a standard Knex motor which powers a pulley. The rubber bands on there just to give it some traction. And then there's some sensors here along the track, which are just little push switches. And those are to determine where the train is along the track at any given time. And this is our control board. It's powered by a basic stamp. 9-volt batteries, you can see there, provides the power to operate the brains of the device. Although we also have a AC adapter here, which is standard to go with the Knex motor. Although the wire has been spliced, standard Knex motor only has one direction, one speed. I have wired it in here with a relay and a transistor so that I can control both the direction and the speed. Direction being with the relay, speed being with pulse width modulation. I have 3 buttons here. One of these is a start button. This one is a stop button, and this one is to change directions. Right here I have 2 LEDs which indicate which direction it's currently going, right and left. You can see the left one is illuminated. And then this is my status LED. Right now it is blue. It also has red and green. Blue indicates that it is ready to start. If I push the start button, it turns green, and the motor is now turning, moving the tram out of the station. As you can see, it doesn't go very fast. I'm sort of limited to the power of the Knex motor. But you can see the cable flows along the pulleys. It moves in a complete loop over on the top and back on the bottom. And down at the opposite end of the track, I'll show you real quick. We have rubber bands here on this pulley at this end, which is just to keep tension in the line. It allows it a little bit of give. You can see here, if I were to grip the bottom of the loop, there is some tension or some movement on that pulley. Okay, our train is getting a little closer here to the station now, so I can actually show you some of these other features here. Now you can see it's moving. At this point I'm going to push the stop button. Notice the red LED starts flashing, and it is currently stopped. Now at this point I can push the direction button, and you'll notice the LED, the yellow one, will change. And push it again, it'll change back. And then when I push the start button again, it starts moving. Now I'm going to stop it one more time, change the direction, and send it back towards me because I want it to come into the station and show you how this works. There's 2 switches. One is down here at the entrance to the station, and one is up here at the end of the station. Now when it hits the first switch, the green LED is going to start flashing. And also you'll notice the speed, well, I don't know if you can notice, but the speed actually has slowed down. This is the flashing green LED, and the slower speed means that it is approaching the station, and then once it hits the second switch, it will turn red, solid, meaning it stopped on its own, as opposed to when it was flashing red was when I stopped it. And after 5 seconds, it resets, goes from red back to blue, meaning it's ready, and the direction has automatically changed back to the opposite direction, so that now when I press start, the train takes off, heading back the other direction out of the station. One more time just to see it come in. It's moving, and now it's at half speed because it's approaching. It's hit that first switch. The green LED is flashing, which means it's in approach. Let me see if I can get a shot here of the wheel running over that last switch there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Here it comes, and the wheel hits the switch, and it stops and resets, and we're good to go. So that's my Tram. Pretty cool, huh?